Hello everyone, my name's Brian. I'm the owner of RFmodz.com and the account Hoy on eBay. Today we're about to show you our rapid fire controller that is for sale on RFmodz.com and on eBay. To start with, the controller has 5 modes. You can scroll through the modes by pressing the little button on the back that we've installed. So you just hold it down for about 2 seconds, like so, and it'll blink to tell you what mode you're in. So now I'm in mode 2, which is conveniently the mode for Modern Warfare 2. So all you need to do is just hold down the trigger and you get rapid fire. It's real simple. So I can keep scrolling through the modes like that, and I'll have modes for Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Battlefield, Bad Company 2, Gears of War 1 and 2, and Call of Duty World at War. I'll show you all of the specific modes and which ones they do on my site, or on the eBay listing, so you can see those probably just below this video. So let's say I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 and I go to mode 2, and I get on the turret gun, I use my secondary weapon or anything, and I want to turn off the rapid fire. All I have to do is just press the little button on the back, and the 4th player LED will disengage, telling me that rapid fire is off. So now I'll have single fire back again. I could use my secondary weapon if I had a PP2000 or any automatic or machine pistol, but right now I have an M9, so I can turn rapid fire back on by pressing the button again, and it'll remember what mode I'm in. So I'm in mode 2, and it'll remember that until I turn off my controller. So let me explain some of the other great features on this controller. The best thing is that it has adjustable speeds. Now I'll show you what that means. Right now I'm in mode 2. As long as you haven't changed modes or turned off your controller, it'll always stay in that mode. That's a golden rule to remember. So right now I'm in mode 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the button on the back like I'm going into mode 3, except I'm just going to keep holding it, so that I'll force the controller into edit mode. So you'll notice it blinks 3 times because it thinks I'm going into mode 3, and then it'll blink twice telling me I'm editing mode 2. So I let go of the button on the back, and now I have adjustable speed. So I can hold down the trigger, see how fast it is, and let's say I want to make it slower. You use the left and right bumpers, and you got to watch out for grenades, especially in games like this. And I'll just keep pressing left bumper, and you'll notice the LED blinks, indicating that it is changing speed. Left bumper goes down, and right bumper goes up. I'll get rid of my grenade there. So now you'll notice that I made it considerably slower. And again, you just test it by holding down the trigger. Now, another good feature about this is if you don't like this speed, you can escape. Think of it like a keyboard. Left bumper is escape, and right bumper is delete. So that means it will delete and go back to factory settings. So let's say I don't like this speed and I want to keep what I had. Hold down the button on the left bumper, so I want to escape, and then press the button on the back, and that'll escape. If I wanted to just save the speed, I press the button on the back. And you'll notice it was blinking and stuff like that. It's basically just reading out the speed to me and telling me how fast it is. So right now I'm going back to my normal Modern Warfare 2 speed. I wanted to go through a couple frequently asked questions that I get. Number 1, is this thing a stealth controller? The answer is no. I do have a button on the back, and I do not... actually, I'll show you why I do not like the stealth controllers. Again, this is my own personal controller. I did make this. This is a stealth controller. You'll notice if I press the sync button, it will scroll through modes. And it only has 3 modes, this one particularly. And when I turn it on, oh, this isn't the Modern Warfare 2 mode. I don't know what that one is. Let's try 3. Oh, this is a burst mode. I think this is Modern Warfare 2. This is another reason why I do not like these controllers, because you can't add the speed. You know, you can't get the fastest speed possible per game, which is one reason why my controllers are great. So let's say I'm using this one, and now I'm in mode 1. If I ever want to turn off rapid fire real quickly to use my secondary weapon, say if it's a PP2000, I'll use that example again, I need to scroll through the modes. So I need to go to mode 3, mode 2, then 3, and then it turns off. And then now I'm back to regular controller mode. So that's kind of a pain in the neck. And another thing is that sometimes if you press the button too fast, or you hold it down too long, you'll sync your controller. That's a real big pain in the neck, and that's something you don't want to do when using rapid fire and playing competitive video games online. So let me go back to my regular controller. Another frequently asked question I get is, does it have left trigger rapid fire? And the answer is no. I do not have left trigger rapid fire for a couple reasons. One, it's not really necessary. It's something you really don't use that often. I noticed that a lot of people say, oh, well, I can use it for akimbo weapons, but I don't know, how often do you use that? And mostly I use tack knife. I like that a lot better. But if you do want to use akimbo, you can still use rapid fire, and it's actually pretty cool because you use rapid fire on the right trigger. Oh, that's mode 1. Let me go back to mode 2 on my regular controller. So you use rapid fire on your right trigger, and then your left trigger you can spare some bullets. So you use regular left trigger. But I mean, it's just a personal preference. I don't do it because it's only useful for like 2 guns out of every single game there is. There's not really that much need for it. Another question I get, does it have burst mode? And I do not have burst mode because that's unnecessary. If I want to do burst, I can do it myself. It's not that hard to hold down the trigger and then let go of it. Plus another reason is, I mean, how many people want an M16? You know, people always say, ooh, does the M16 go fully rapid fire, or can it go fully automatic? And I say no, but that's what people want. They want a fully automatic gun, not a burst gun like the M16. And it's a pain in the neck. The red controller has it. I don't use it because if I ever want to turn it off, I got to cycle through the modes and go back to the regular mode, and then it's a pain in the neck. Trust me, it's not really worth it. Another question I get is, how fast is shipping? I ship out within 24 hours, first class mail, and that is free. And you will get a confirmation from PayPal or eBay. I'm not really sure which one it is. I ship through PayPal, I use the shipping labels, and ship them in their own little boxes. And it comes with a piece of paper explaining you to go to my website. I'll have an informative video telling you how to use the controller, showing you more about edit mode and all that stuff. And yeah, it's great. I mean, it'll ship out real quick. As if you see from my feedback, a lot of people like that. You know, you don't have to wait 4 days for it to ship, and it'll probably even get there within that time. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I got it within 2 days. That's great. I didn't even know they could ship out that fast, but some people say that, and heck, I have 100% positive feedback, and a lot of people comment on my shipping time, which is 5 stars, I believe, in the detailed seller ratings on eBay. And the last question I usually get is, what if I have a problem with the controller? And, well, if you have a problem with the controller, I don't mind you sending it back, and if it's a severe problem or you really have a problem with it, then like the first week, if you want to do a refund, that's fine. I'm not really picky about that. But if it's within like a year down the line and you have a problem with the controller and you don't contact me, and you're having problems with it, you really got to contact me. I will be more than happy to fix your controller at any point in time, 2 years down the line. Just send me a message saying that I have this problem with my controller. Usually what I'll say is just ship it back to me, I'll fix it, and then send it back to you. It'll only cost about $2.90 to ship it, first class mail, and I will fix it, do whatever I need to do. Sometimes I need to replace the boards on the insides, or replace the chip. It's usually not a common thing, but it's nice to know that there is a lifetime warranty. The only thing I do not cover, but I'll try my best to help you out if it's within a week or so, is if you have problems with a controller, like Microsoft defects, say the thumbstick doesn't work anymore. You know, that can happen with any controller. It's not particularly my fault, and it does cost me a lot of money, probably around $25 just to replace your controller. So whenever you have problems with your controller, it is coming out of my pocket. So I just wanted to let everyone know that and make that clear. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's my controller in a nutshell. I have many of them available. I'm sure I have. It all depends on the time of listing, but I have used ones, new ones, black controller, white controllers. Just check my listing and see what I have. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching.